time you smoked hookah? How were you introduced to hookah?
Good question. I was introduced to hookah at 16 years old, actually. Yeah, I know. I don't recommend it. I don't condone underage smoking at all, but I was in Germany on vacation with my dad's uncle. They're from Germany, and he brought out a hookah, and I was like, what is that? What the heck is a hookah? And of course my dad's looking at me from the corner like, you better not touch this thing, I'll kill you, you know? And
Parents.
my uncle, as awesome as he is, as soon as my dad left, he's like, here, try it out. Of course, he's using, he's smoking double apple, which is, to me, to almost everybody, it sounds amazing. It's like, oh, double apple, it must be like a green or red apple flavor. Nope, I found that out as soon as I took my first puff. It was licorice, and I absolutely hated it. I detested it. I was like, this is nasty, this is disgusting. But that's my first ever experience with hookah, 16 years old. Yeah.
Okay, so why did you want to get into the hookah industry, hookah business?
Great question. It's a bit of a long story. How I started was kind of unique. About 3 years ago, almost exactly to the day now, 3 years ago, I was working 9 to 5 like many of you, and also like many of you, I didn't like my job. No offense to those who do, that's great. Not everybody has to start their own business to do something awesome, but I hated my job. I couldn't do it anymore. I just could not work the 9 to 5, work at a corporate job.
Work for someone else.
Right, follow their rules. It's just not in my personality, so one day, 3 years ago, I just walked into my job and said, you know what, I'm done. I'm just going to do my own business. I'm just going to do something else, something I want to do. And then during that time, I held my job, but I started looking for a hookah lounge. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to open a hookah lounge. And for a good 2 years, I was looking for a lounge. And I was looking everywhere, every county, every city. And many of you don't know this, but in California, it's become almost impossible at this point to open a lounge. I found that out the hard way. It took me 2 years to find that out. I'm not the kind of guy that likes to quit. I'm pretty motivated, so I kept looking, and I kept getting no from every hookah lounge, building that I could find where I'm like, oh, this would be a good hookah lounge. This would look great. I kept getting no's. Everybody kept telling me no. It's not going to happen. There's no hookah lounge here. We're not going to let you open a hookah lounge. At that point, again, me being the guy that's like, nope, I'm not giving up. I don't care what you say. I'm going to do it my way. I said, okay, let me buy an existing lounge. Let me get their permits and, run the lounge how I think it should be run.
Yeah, start over, but existing place.
Exactly. Make it better, or at least I would think make it better. I don't know. Who knows? So I started looking again, started the search over again for businesses that were for sale, lounges that were for sale. Again, I expanded my search all the way into Riverside County, Temecula, everywhere I could look, because it just became really difficult. So finally, I found a lounge, and I actually did sign the lease agreement to start the business, to take over the lounge and open it up. Unfortunately, or could be fortunately, could be something amazing. Seems like it, so far. The 21 plus law hit. Literally the day after I had signed the agreement, that law actually passed. To my surprise, I'm sure to many, I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't think they were going to pass this. So I was like, no, it's going to be fine. Don't worry about it. We'll get this thing up and running.
It literally was overnight.
It was overnight. Yep. Us Californians, we all know we're watching that story, and I'm sure you knew too. We were like, no, it's not going to happen. They're not going to do this. There's no way they're going to let this law pass, but it did. It did. At that point, I was like, this is not going to work. There's no way that I'm going to be able to run a lounge as 21 plus with the resources that I have available, and the time that I have available. Because remember, I now quit my job, so now I'm like, okay, I need to open a business, get it up and going, get some kind of income coming in. So, by luck, the landlord let me back out of that agreement. So let me get out of the rental agreement,
and that's almost unheard of.
Yeah, it is unheard of. Yeah.
Once you sign those papers, no. Okay. Okay, so at this point, how did you get into what you're doing now?
Great question. So, as I was saying, I miraculously got out of that lease. I don't know. Thank you. But I got out of it. And at that point, I said to myself, okay, what the heck do I do now? And, you know, now I'm like, okay, I got to do something. Mind you, at this point, because I did sign the lease, and I'm excited, I'm ready to go, what do? I go to Hookah John, awesome guy. I go to him, he helps me out, he lets me buy tons of inventory. I have tons of inventory, you know, thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of hookahs and bowls, and charcoal, because, you know, I think, here we go, I signed this agreement, we're going to open a lounge. That didn't happen, so now I'm stuck with thousands upon thousands of dollars worth of inventory and no clue what to do with it. So, cutting to the chase, one of my family friends is actually opening a storefront up in Upland, California. It's a small town here in the valley in California. And he says, hey, I'm opening a lounge, but there's also room for a storefront. If you want to do this, why don't you bring your products, put them in the storefront. I run the lounge area, and you run the store. I'll let you do that. I said, okay, that sounds, you know, why not? I mean, I've got tons of products, so might as well, you know, he's a family friend. So I say, okay, sure. I'll bring everything in, and we'll set it up, make it look nice, and, you know, just sell the products. I'm sure many of you guys have also heard this. Getting to business with family is not always a great idea. It's not always fun, and I learned that lesson within a week. So we, you know, for whatever reason it may be, we just kind of started butting heads on how to run things and how to set things up. After a week, I literally was like, you know what, dude, I can't do this with you. I really need to be my own boss. I need to do things my way. So we're done. I can't do this. I'm going to go do something else. So I go, okay, I need to get out of here. I just want to sell everything I have, all my inventory, and just go do anything else, business-wise. So, by luck, one of my friends has a domain name that he's had for almost 10 years. It happened to be hookahheroes.com. I love the name, and him being a friend, it was easy for me to obtain. He gave it to me for, you know, ridiculously low price. So I bought it. I bought the domain name, and within a month, I set up the whole site, set up all the writing, all the photos, everything on my own, put up all the products on my own, and the hope I had was just to get rid of everything. That's all I wanted to do, was just get rid of everything, and at least get, if not break even on my investment, just get some money back, and just go do something completely different.
Okay, so at this point, you had a website, you had inventory. How did you get your name out there? Yeah,
so, you know, like many people, you open up a business, you kind of hope, you really hope that anybody would care, anybody would take notice. I, again, I just wanted to get rid of stuff and just kind of do something else. But I said to myself, well, how are people going to find this site? How are people going to know about me? What can I do to just get my name out there and just hopefully get people, anybody to visit the site, take a look at the products. I had been on our hookah community, reddit.com, our hookah community for many years prior to this. And I had become somewhat known on there. I'm not going to say everybody knows me or anything like that.
Yeah.
But there were, a few key people that didn't know who I was. So I said, why don't I start there? They've been a great community. They've been great to me. And I told myself, let me go on there. Let me make a post and see what happens. This was actually October 31st, Halloween night, that this business launched. And the first post we did was on Reddit. It was, just a welcome post. Hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Ron. I'm starting this company, hookahheroes.com. The post was something along the lines of, this is what we can do for you. This is how we stand out. This is how we're different. And I also did a giveaway. And that giveaway, by the way, was actually more of a thank you to our hookah community. was just for them. And I believe we gave away like a Prometheus and some other crazy crap like that. It was like a Prometheus setup and a bunch of prizes. To my surprise, I really thought maybe like 3 people would be like, "Oh, cool, man, that's awesome." To my surprise, it blew up. That post blew up, and I was getting emails and comments and questions like crazy, like, "Hey, you know, how can I buy this? This is awesome. You guys have a great selection. You guys have amazing products. I really like what you stand for. I like your logo. I like the way your social media looks." So I get excited. Now I'm excited. I'm like, "What the heck? Are you serious? This is insane." So that's really how we got our start. It was all because of Reddit Hookah, for sure.
That's awesome. Okay, so you obviously stuck with it. You're still here today. hookahheroes.com.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Honestly, to each and every one of you, really, it really means a lot. Again, I didn't expect any of this. I didn't expect anything, let alone in 7 months being open, for any of this to happen. You know, like I said, I just wanted people to buy crap and me to, you know, go do something else, but that's not what happened. So I stuck with it because I noticed that people were taking a huge interest in what we stood for, how we were different from the competition, what we do differently, what we can do better, at least I think. And so people kept buying. It kept growing. We kept expanding inventory. You know, people kept asking like, "Hey, can you carry more Trifecta? Can you carry more Lavu? Can you carry Prometheus? Can you carry this?" And I was like, "Sure, you guys ask, and that's what we're about. You guys ask, and you know, if it makes sense, I'm going to listen to you. I'm going to bring it in. It's all about you guys. It's what you want to see. This company is your company. It's not mine. It's definitely a community-run company." And I think again, that's what makes us really different. We are really in tune with the community. We're really in tune with, you know, Facebook groups. Those are huge component to our success as well. And I am there every day, whether it be just hanging out with you guys, whether it be you know, business related, where I'm saying, "Hey, this is a new product, check it out." It all goes back to you. It goes back to each and every one of you. And I really believe that if it wasn't for you and your enthusiasm for what we're doing, I wouldn't even be here. There'd be no way that hookahheroes.com would still exist. So, thank you guys.
Okay, so something that I noticed was different with your website that I really liked is you have vlogs on there, and those are run by Wade Hill.
Yes, correct.
Do you have anyone else that helps you out?
I do.
Okay.
Thanks for noticing, by the way. We've put a lot of work into, I say Wade has put in a lot of work into that blog. He's very consistent. He does an amazing job. And the thing I like about Wade, if I can just touch on him really quick before we jump into to the other guys that work with me. Wade is the reason why I love him, and he helps us out with Hookah Heroes, is because he also stands for what I stand for and what the company stands for. He is about you guys. He's about the community. He is not here to hold hands, and he's not here to, you know, praise everything, and he's not here to, you know, degrade anything either. He's there to be honest, and I think that's something that's really important in this industry.
That's what the hookah community really needs.
Yes, I agree. And so the blog, you know, when he started it, I told him, "Look, man, I'm not gonna interfere. I'm never gonna tell you, you know, don't review this, or don't talk to this person, or, you know, please make sure this product, you give it a huge shout out." That's not what we're about. It's not what Wade is about. I let him go, let him do his own thing, and he's done a phenomenal job. He's very honest, and that's what we want. That's what we want. So I think he's done a fantastic job. Thank you, Wade. Now to answer the rest of the question, I have 2 other guys that help me out. Rob Pecoraro, thank you, dude. You're doing an amazing job as well. He helps us out on Instagram.
Okay.
He runs the Instagram on a daily basis.
Okay.
And again, with him, I told him the same thing. "Look, I'm not going to be here to tell you, please make sure you give this brand a shout out, or hey, don't talk about this brand."
Yeah.
The Instagram is for you guys. It's products that you want to see. It's products also that we think are good, that we think you may be interested in as well. So he runs that for us, and he just kind of presents a perspective that's honest and just for a regular community guy. Just, hey, this is a cool product. We don't have thousands upon thousands of dollars taking snazzy photo shoots or anything like that. We just do a regular, hey, this product is awesome, check it out, or hey, this product is doing really well. If you haven't seen it, please check it out. So he's doing an awesome job of that. Thank you, Rob. We have one other guy, my brother, Zach Kinji. A lot of you guys know him as Strictly Shisha on YouTube. He has been a tremendous help, both on and off the camera. I'm definitely going to call him a friend. He is definitely giving me a lot of advice in communication, being there for you guys, being there for the community, as well as presenting his best self and Hookah Heroes on YouTube. And he's another guy that he follows my values and the Hookah Heroes family values, which is, let's be honest, and we don't want to fool anybody. We don't want you to buy a product that you're not going to be happy with, because at the end of the day, if that happens, you're not going to trust us anymore. And to me, and I'm sure to everybody else, trust is really important. So he's just another guy that is really straightforward, and he'll tell you, like, hey, this is an excellent product, check it out. Or this product's not bad, it's not up to my liking, but it's definitely a good product, check it out. So Zach, thank you so much, man. Without you, there would be no Hookah Heroes. Thank you so much.
Okay, so Ron, how were you first perceived in the community? What did people think about you? Was there anyone that helped you or was against you?
That's a really great question. It's a fair question to ask. At least to my knowledge, we've been welcomed with open arms. And again, that's why we're here today. The community has been, I would say, the #1 proponent for this company and for the brand. It's, like I said, a community-run company, and they have, by and large, welcomed me and the company with open arms. Industry-wise, I would say the same. And this, to me, it's a little bit surprising, but they have welcomed me with open arms as well. Yes, there's competition. Yes, we're all running businesses. Yes, we all want to make money and do well. But I would say I've become like a family with many of the industry guys. Yeah. Again, thank you to John. He gave me my start. He let me purchase those products. Thank you, John. I want to thank Alex and Mary. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for, to me, you're like family to me. And even though we are competitors, to me, like I said, I feel like you guys are my family now. And you guys are very supportive. You guys want to see me do better, and I'm the same. I want to see you grow and do better. So we help each other out. It's definitely a family thing, and I'm really thankful that I've met these guys.
Do you have any advice for anyone that would want to enter the industry or release a product or open a lounge or any of that?
Yeah. That's a good question. I get that a lot, and it surprises me because I'm still new. I'm still learning every day. I would say this: if you want to get into the industry, what I'm going to tell you is make sure you're doing it for passion. It's very difficult. It's very time consuming. There's a lot of hours that go into it. It's pretty much become my life at this point. I get emails and questions
24 hours a day.
Pretty much 24 hours a day. I'll wake up to emails. I woke up to emails this morning, and then, or messenger questions, things like that. So what I would say is, if this is something you want to do, whether it be try to open your own lounge or open a store or anything like that, I would say make sure that it's something that you really care about. I would say, smoking hookah is one thing. And yes, smoking hookah is awesome. We all enjoy it. We all love it. Running a business is something totally different. It requires, again, dedicated hours. It requires your pretty much heart and soul. Kiss relationships goodbye. Kiss your friends goodbye. It sounds like a joke, but it's definitely not. It's definitely not. So I would say if that's something you want to do, get in contact with companies that you like, that you care about. Get out there, do some YouTube videos, do some reviews, put your reviews out there on the communities, on Reddit, things like that. Get your name out there, and if you're really passionate about it, they're gonna find you. Well, I'll find you. We'll reach out to you and say, hey, you're doing an amazing job. I can tell that you care about this. You care about this more than I do. So that's really the number one advice for me, and what I've learned in anything is to make sure that you really care about this thing, and that you can actually do this 24/7, because there are going to be great times and there's going to be a lot of bad times, and you want to make sure that during those bad times that you're still enjoying what you do. Believe it or not, we hit, just even recently, we've hit snags, we've hit different roadblocks, I would say roadblocks. And if it wasn't for you guys and my love for what I do in the community, it would, I don't know where I'd be. It'd be a totally different story. So that's really my number one advice. The best and most honest advice I can give is, if that's what you want to do, and that's what you truly care about, get out there and do it.
That's great advice. So I just want to say thank you first off to Ron for coming in and being the first person I was able to interview for my YouTube channel. And thank you to everyone watching. Ron, do you have anyone you'd like to thank?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I love coming here at Vapor Hookah Lounge. If you guys can get a chance to come out to Temecula, please do stop by. Neeve is amazing. Ron is awesome. Thank you guys for having me. I have to thank John, Hookah John, for doing what he did and giving me this start. Thank you so much. I have to thank Alex and Mary. You guys mean a lot to me. Thank you so much. Last but not least, I have to thank each and every customer, each and every member of the community. THL, thank you so much. That Hookah group, thank you so much. Hookah enthusiasts, thank you. Hookah Unbiased, thank you. Reddit Hookah, you guys mean so much to me. Again, without you guys, there is no Hookah Heroes. Thank you so much. You guys mean the world to me. Thank you.